Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Because you drop it and then it's just like, okay, I'm gonna power overwhelming this next turn if there's like no reason to hero power. If something big comes out.
Possessed Villager is actually really good for you guys.
Oh yeah.
Because you get to power overwhelm and then you have another target come back and hey, another power overwhelm target if you really want it.
Eat it up.
Eat it up though. Okay guys.
Enough with Hearthstone. Let's talk about some Smash 4. TTN, Lucy, and Jerm squaring off against TTN, Karna, and FX Dakpo. And everybody that I had expected, whenever I mentioned who I was really excited for, who I saw taking the throne tonight, is present right now. Lucy and Jerm, they're both from Houston, and amazing teams players.
But the pseudo Houstonite is Karna, because he's got a little bit of Dallas blood in him.
Got a little bit of Dallas blood in him.
He comes out here, takes our money quite frequently.
Yeah, when he was living in Dallas, before he left, he was ranked #1.
He was?
And he's partnered up with Dakpo, who a lot of people would say is a contender for the top 2 or 3.
He is the sensei for a lot of people.
Yes.
I mean, he's so far at the top, he's just trying to make sure that his senpai, his sensei, his kohais can all get a little bit of the cash too.
But we've seen from Karna is primarily Sheik. But because this is doubles, and because Sheik lost a lot of that KO potency that she once had, we're going to be seeing the Cloud instead from Karna.
Right. So Cloud is actually the better choice in doubles, honestly. I'll be 100% here. Cloud is the best, if not the best, if not one of the best support-esque characters that you have in the game. Because you can play him in both flavors. You can play him very aggressive, or you can play him pretty passive. So imagine that you have Cloud going out there and actively fighting opponents. Great. You're still building limit. You're still, becoming a better character over time, and you have a great finishing option, right? With all of the limit breaks that are available. Now, say he plays passively. Say he plays in the back. Say he plays more stock tanky. Cool. He gets to now charge limit break and then come in and help out and poke people. And still has a projectile if someone needs to reset their upbeat. I mean, he has everything. It's a phenomenal character. ZSS, on the other side, does a good job of threatening and making sure people that are above her directly feel a lot of problems. A lot of the up air strings are big problematic, and I think Cloud does a good job of having a great up air to help on top of it too, yeah?
Well, sorry about that, Nebs. You ever have those moments when, like, you think you're about to sneeze and you say nothing, and then, like, the sneeze never comes?
God, too well.
And then you just feel like you got mind gamed by a sneeze?
It hurts.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
It's all good, dude.
Nebs, right now I gotta talk about mobility on both of these teams.
That's a great idea. Let's talk about mobility.
So, Cloud and ZSS, both obviously very, very nimble. We're going to see that. And the same can be said about Lucy's character, who is Toonly. But the biggest issue really is Jerm. Jerm has a character who doesn't have that mobility, playing Robin, the slowest character in the game. And the trade-off there, though, is with Jerm, he's going to be the one that's going to be getting a lot of KOs, especially with that up air and those strong aerials that Robin possesses. Look for him to finish those stocks insanely quickly whenever the damage is piled on from Lucy.
But you saw exactly what I talked about previously, where you put Cloud as a support character and you let him sit by himself, he's just going to charge limit break. And even here, this is terrifying for these guys. They're boxed in. They're sandwiched with a shotgun ready behind them with Cloud. Ooh, take it off the top. And that's going to be enough. First stock gone. And I'm curious what we're going to see from these guys when it comes to who they isolate out first. Is it going to be Cloud or is it going to be ZSS?
Jerm at center. Red so far, it feels like the majority of this match, they've been able to take control of center, they've been able to cash out the stocks. I need to start seeing that. And there, on cue,
God,
Dakpo delivers. That flip kick, sending Jerm down a stock, and finally putting some points on the board. So again, we're at an even game, but looking at stage control, Blue has advantage again.
Did you see that sick handoff? He caught him with the 3-piece and then said, hey, Simon Belmont, let's take him off the top. That was sick. That was such a good... This is what good teams play looks like. Because right now, Karna is being such a smart support. Such a smart support. He's going out there, actively charging and saying, hey, look at me. And whenever his teammate's in trouble, he says, hey, I'm here. I got your back, dude. I know you're swimming in the deep end right now. Let me throw you a line. I got you.
There's been great moments of team synergy, I'd say, from both teams, but we need to keep a keen eye on Jerm. He had an error on recovery that cost him an early stock, and that might make it so that this team might actually lose this game. One stock, that's a pretty big disadvantage in the midpoint of the game.
Lucy with a hard forward smash, taking him out.
And just like that, actually making this within reach again from Red. They even had the lead for a moment.
The denial on the stomp. And Jerm is still holding steady. Doing his best here to make the recovery from Dakpo. At least have him pay some taxes.
Wow,
the drift.
Such a big play from Lucy. With that, Red actually has the stock advantage for the first time. Nosferatu, but that's going to leave him vulnerable for a punish. And right there, Dakpo. The sequence of events that happened there were absolutely insane. Taking a bad situation and then coming out on top at the end.
This is a tough spot, being sandwiched between these two. They both have disjoints, and you have a short, stubby sword. You got this bomb, but when you pull it out, you have this recovery. It's such a difficult spot to be in.
They're mostly having fun right now.
Where's the grab?
Smash.
As soon as you commit to an action, you now have to deal with the ramifications of the recovery. You have to be mindful of that. Ooh, nice back here.
TLOC is a character who has great mobility, but the positioning that we're seeing from Blue is making it so he really has nowhere to run without running into one of the Blue members. Even now, they're just holding him contained, and Dakpo is just going to be starting out with these paralyzers and letting Karna charge up, and that's going to be game.
I feel like I've talked a lot about Cloud and why this character is so good in doubles. I don't think this character is used enough. This is the real MVP.
Like you said, Neptune, it was all about that flexibility that we saw from Karna.
Correct.
From the very beginning, he was able to play aggressively, defensively, however he needed to see fit to fit the pacing and the tempo of the match.
Exactly. He is the Swiss Army knife. Karna we're used to seeing as in singles as someone who is terrifying. He terrorizes his opponents. He has the best reads. He's so smart about how he's trying to set up and destroy his opponents. But now, we get to see him in a unique role, where he's not in the spotlight. Instead, he lets Dakpo go out there, take the brunt of things, and act as a support role.
Looking back at that match, do you feel that Red would benefit more from a larger stage or a smaller stage?
Honestly, I think it would have been better if it was a smaller stage, because at least that way, you could get closer to Karna and try to disrupt him. And you'd occupy a lot of space. Honestly, you didn't get to use projectiles that both of these characters really want to use. So you might as well have gone for a smaller stage and try to take the fight to them.
Karna making a character switch. Lucy with a really odd SD. Did you catch exactly what happened?
It just looked like he drifted off into space, and that was it. That was strange.
Even though this is winners finals, we've actually seen two sloppy offstage moments. From Jerm, it was offstage trying to recover, and he got caught by the tilt of the stage. He couldn't make it back on stage. And with what we saw from Lucy at the very beginning of that was just, I don't know. Again, I'm still trying to rack my brain trying to figure out what happened, but he really threw away the stock.
Regardless, at this point, Team Red needs to be on point. Houston needs to clean up their act right now. Look at this. Look at this team's play.
That sandwich.
Are you kidding me, dog? That was beautiful. That was bologna. That was ham. That was pastrami. A little bit of mustard.
That was the bird to the wise. You ever had the bird to the wise?
No.
Secret menu item at Jason's Deli. It's like 6 animals.
What's the Mountain Man? That's what it is from the Great Outdoors or something like that.
Mountain Man? I've never been to Great Outdoors.
Great Outdoors is phenomenal, dude. That's one of my favorite sandwich spots. Really, really good. A little bit pricey, though. Worth it. Every penny. Discount up smash. Caught him with it cleanly as soon as he saw that he was going out there and trying to take out his homie.
Jerm finding that equalizer. Still down a stock, but at least he's able to stop the bleeding for a moment.
see those air dodges? So on point. Jerm knows exactly what Karna wants to go out there and get. Okay. You saw that quick hand back. He did that back air to send him back to his homie and said, you know what, let's 2v1 this guy while the other guy's off stage.
Yeah, their sandwiches are looking clean. It feels like they're pot-bellied.
Oh. But they ain't erect though. They got that turkey, they got the bacon. Deliciousness.
Oh man, the wreck.
But are they gonna put that? But are they gonna put the hot peppers on it? That's the question.
The hot peppers.
Are they gonna put the hot peppers? The Dijon mustard.
I don't know about the Dijon mustard, man.
It's good time to time. You gotta put a dab. Okay. A dab will do you. A dab will do you. God damn.
The dab from Dakpo. Jerm
Oh my God.
Quickly.
He just said, "Let me get that cut in half." Wow. Jerm.
And just the stocks flying left and right. An error from Karna costing him. This game, man. Those last moments in this game have been insane.
God damn, dude. That has been the thing. Consistently, Karna has been there for the setups. Or he's there passing the rock, dude. This is what I'm talking about. We're talking about Steve Nash here. Both of these guys are Steve Nash. But they both know how to drop those jimmies. They both know how to get out there and they'll hit those elbow shots. They got it locked, dude. This is what a good team synergy looks like. I cannot emphasize it enough.
You're right. They're just very well rounded overall. They're making big plays offensively, but they also know when to take the backseat and let their teammates do it instead.
Exactly. This is what happens when you get two of the smartest minds in DFW. Put them together and make it happen. Houston has been repping. They had great moments, but the problem is that there's some sloppiness that has been happening. That SD from Lucy created a big problem.
The boomerang that Lucy threw out interrupted the combo, the finisher from Karna. He was trying to go for a bouncing fish after the needles.
What did
Raw
you
vanish.
just do? Are you kidding me? This man just said, I got some firecrackers in my pocket, so I'm going to just drop these out here. Said 4th of July. Who needs sparklers? I dropped bombs.
And Dakpo and Karna now a game away from advancing to grand finals. Lucy and Jerm, I know they can play better than this. I really do, but I
Absolutely.
I feel like the early game SDs have been costing them.
So let's talk a bit more about. So here's the thing: the mistakes. That's the problem. The sloppiness. Like the mustard's everywhere. The mayo's everywhere. It's not. Just grab some French bread, mop it all up. Okay? Here's the thing. If you reduce the careless errors, instead of the 2v1 at the end, you get 1v1s at the end. Right? That's what you want. Is those situations where you keep your stocks, you maintain them, and you don't have to rely on your teammates to hold on to it.
So let's see if this team from Houston can clean it up. Game 3, winners finals of the doubles bracket at the TLOC 1K. On stage left. Ooh, Dakpo trying to go for the down smash, attempting to extend his combo. Will be interrupted early, though, as we see Karna with that limit on lock.
Look at this, the aggression from Dakpo. God, the Rick James. That was great. That was awesome. See, that ability to go off stage and still be threatening. And he had the platforms ready to go, but he knew he had the spike box ready to go. Excellent grab. Rare you see those, considering that he just ran past one of his teammates and then nabbed the guy.
And you notice that Dakpo didn't push the advantage all that much. He immediately went into shield after getting the grab because he noticed Lucy running towards him. So far, Blue, all their stocks intact, though Karna off stage is problematic.
Jerm has been on a tear, though, dude. He took out Karna. He said, I'm going to take you out back, and I'm just trying to put you to sleep, dude. There was so many great back airs and so many great stage control moments. He just wasn't able to finish the stock himself. Oh, excellent.
And look for those confirms off of bombs all day from Lucy.
That was such a good downside. That was a great idea. That fit the situation exactly how we wanted. The dare sweet spot into the follow-up from Dakpo. That was sick. Let's go, Jerm. What do you got for me, man? He put himself in a position where he was sandwiched between the two of them and still said, I know, I'm confident, I can do something here.
Now, Neptune, there's certainly a stock advantage on Team Red, but how do you think the percents are going to factor into the next half of this game?
So So that's a great question. It all comes down to the evasiveness and the ability to play footsies here. Because you have the extra rage, and you have now increased the amount of knockbacks that you have available to you, it can be simply a matter of putting them at the edge of the stage and landing that good back air, that solid back air, that one setup that you need. And just because of that, Red could just slingshot themselves even further into the lead.
The only people that are getting slingshotted, though, are, like you said, Red, but for all the wrong reason. Karna dropping down with the fair and just getting that 2-for-1 Black Friday special.
Oh, gosh.
That's what we were touching on. With that kind of percent, that lead that you once had, it can dissipate in a moment's notice. But what we've seen time and time again from Red is this ability to find the stocks that even out the game.
This is so tricky. Oh, see, stage red. Stage right is all stage red. That's a problem. The fact that when you bunch all your teammates on the same side and they're off stage, that is a massive red flag.
And
oh wow, nice handoff.
That was right on cue as well. I was gonna touch on how Red has been playing defense and had great defensive synergy, but there the offensive synergy was fantastic. The quick sandwich combo to rack up the damage.
Ooh, knee right on play. Okay, there's the back air that I was looking for. Here's the follow-up. 2-for-1 special.
Lucy, last stock. Can he do this? He needs this stock. He needs to take 3 stocks from Blue to keep his winner's bracket dream alive.
I'm sorry. Did you guys just pass the rock 3 times there? Golly.
It's in the building.
Get him.
The charge is unlocked.
Get him!
And he's not even going to use it. Karna. Ruthless. Off stage. That fair equated for half of the kills in that game.
Bring back Benoit. That was amazing.
That was disgusting.
God.
That was just disgusting.
I love Cloud so much. I love Cloud so much.
I know you do, man. I know you
God. Character's so cool. So cool.
It's just right.
Cloud, I feel like, has just such a good purpose in doubles. I feel like that's such a smart choice. I feel like it's going to come a time where everyone has a pocket Cloud. Like, he's so strong in doubles. I don't know. I loved watching it ever since I saw M2K at PAX South. I kept thinking more and more about the awesome stuff. Or even in Genesis 3, where there was, like, double Clouds. And the Japanese players are just like, whoa. It's amazing. So cool, dude.
Dude, Japanese players, they are incredible.
Austin wearing a shirt this time.
That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Low tier, they're actually right now on the intercom talking about Low Tier City 4. And I guess we can maybe give a surprise to the folks who are watching the stream right now, right?
Absolutely.
This is going out today at 5:30 on our Twitter account.
Grab that for me. Grab that for me.
Today, we're going to be announcing Hyuga as someone who will be attending Low Tier City 4. Best Toon player in the world. Absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen Hyuga play, or if you have and you really want to meet him, now is the time. Low Tier City 4 happening in Plano, Texas.
June 18th and 19th. It's going to be amazing, guys. Look, all this stuff right here. You get the arcades, you get vendors, you get Tetris, you get retro gaming. Look, it's the equivalent if you're coming out there seeing like panels and all this other stuff, like if you're going to Dallas Comic Con. We're making it big.
Dude,
Last year, it was super sick. Super, super sick. Because